The Long Drive is a very weird game. The goal of this game is to drive to your mom's house. Only problem is the apocalypse apparently happened, so the drive will be long and brutal. It's weird that your character seems pretty fine considering the state of the place he lives in, and weirder than that is that apparently the mail still gets delivered. Ah, what a beautiful day. Just love living in the middle of nowhere with nothing for miles all around me. Let's go check the mail and see what we got. Oh, a letter from Mom. I guess I better go visit her then. Cue epic driving compilation. There's a lot to see in this game despite the empty appearance at first glance. The game's map is randomly generated whenever you start a new run, so it'll be different every single time. There's giant abandoned ships in the middle of the desert, watchtowers, and my favorite, the gas stations. More on that later. You can't actually get gas from the gas pumps though, because to get gas, you need to loot any and all places of interest you stumble upon so you can keep your car going. A big part of the game is keeping your car running well, so you can road trip with peak performance. It's supposed to make that noise, guys. Trust me, I'm a car person. Besides finding gas and car parts, you also need to find food and water to keep yourself running at peak performance. You can bring some food and water with you from your house, but that won't be enough for your journey to dearest Mama's house. So like with gas, you must loot what water and food you can find from abandoned places. Well, not everything is abandoned as you would think. The previously mentioned gas stations have the only NPCs you can come across, and let's just say they aren't the friendliest people.
Please stop, I want to take a look at you. Run. Everyone has to die sometime. Don't be afraid. I'm just trying to rip off your face and use it as my own. Just trying to be your friend. Stay still.
And after a bit of back and forth between us, I found out that this guy is actually pretty chill. I think I'll let him come along with me on my journey. Eventually he had decided he wasn't so sure about going with on this trip, so I let him out before the trip was over. I was sad until I saw his twin brother later on down the road. He wasn't as nice though, so we didn't become best friends. After a long day of driving, I was starting to feel tired and decided the best place to spend a night was at this stranger's place in the middle of nowhere. Well rested and ready for the road, we go off again. I can't wait to make it to the end of this journey. Or at least that was, until I found out the horrible truth. There is no Mom's house. The road never ends. There's nothing at the end of this journey. Upon realizing this, our fearless driver decided to instead find someone else to be with, preferably with someone who wasn't crazy. Hey look, there's a kind man at that building. Look, he even wants to give us a hug. I trust this man. He's a very trustworthy looking guy.
Here.
That was the very last thoughts he had before blacking out, never to wake again. This game was interesting for a while, but there's not too much to see once you've seen the majority of buildings that the game has to offer. And the fact that there is no ending is a bummer, as I was hoping to see what the end of the road trip has in store. But maybe one day there will be an ending, because it looks like this game still gets updates once in a while, so who knows. Anyways, here's some cool trick I did. Thank you all for watching. I hope you liked the video, and maybe even possibly subscribed. I'm planning on doing more frequent uploads, so stay tuned if you like this video. Thanks, and goodbye.